Welcome back to another Pokemon Following Friday, your one-stop shop for all your Pokemon information. We go through last week's sales of sealed Pokemon products and Pokemon cards that are currently going down in price. And we do also cover any big Pokemon news, like cards and sets that get revealed. And if I do see any good deals, I always try to throw them in here too. But before we get started, we do have to give a big thanks to our video sponsor real quick, and that is Collectr. This app is the best of the best when it comes to tracking your current collection. No other app even comes close. I have literally tried them all. They have over 25 different TCGs with 1.5 million products tracked. They're always adding new features, so let us know down below if there's anything you want them to add or fix. And remember, it does take a little bit. It's not going to be instant. So give them a little bit of time, but they're always trying to improve, and they do more giveaways than anyone in this entire hobby. So definitely check them out. I'll have all the links in the description. All right, let's get started. We got a ton of reveals for the new set Mega Brave and Mega Symphony. I'm sure you guys have seen a bunch of these. So head to Poke Beach if you guys want to check these out. There's a ton of them. A lot of them are getting clear finally. This Marshadow has Pikachu in it, which I think is going to do super good. The Steelix is crazy. I know Coop is excited for that. I think that's the best Steelix we've ever gotten. And honestly, I think these full arts are looking pretty solid. Better than our regular full arts, I must admit. But I am super excited for the Mega Absol. This is done by Arita. Beautiful special illustration, right? I love the clean, simple ones. And then we have these gold cards. Let me know down below if you guys are a big fan of these gold cards. I do think they're better than some of the other gold cards, but they're still not nearly as good as the Crown Zenith gold cards, which I don't think will ever get beat. And then we finally got a clear picture of the Mega Latios. Where is it? So many cards in this set. Right here. Let me know down below what you guys think. Is this thing just a little too busy? Does it kind of look like a full art? I've seen a lot of people say that they think it just looks like a full art. But this might be one you kind of have to see in person. So yeah, tons of card reveals. Go check them out. Next, we have Phantasmal Flames English set revealed for November. This will be our second Mega Evolution set. It will release Friday, November 14th. Pre-releases will take place from November 1st through 9th. And based on the name, our set should be based on Japan's Mega Gengar and Mega Diancie EX decks, and Inferno X featuring Mega Charizard EX. They will release in September. So we got some stacked sets coming. Gengar and Charizard in the same set. Then we have a Greninja set, and then a Mega Rayquaza set. It's just going to be crazy. All right, let's get into it. We got the Twilight Masquerade booster box. This was at $286. Now last sold $268, $279, $267, $265. Next, we have Paradox Rift. This got up to $220. Now last sold $210, $210, $220, $201, and $209. Next, we have Paldea Evolve Booster Box. This is at $372. Now last sold $356, $360, $345, $364, $330. Next, we have Astral Radiance Booster Box. This got to about $415. Now last sold $373, $350, $350, $370, $368. Next, we have the Surging Sparks Booster Bundle. It's got up to $48. Now last sold $40, $42, $36, $44, and $44. This thing is actually cheaper than a lot of other booster bundles. Like, I think Shrouded Fable's more expensive than this thing. It's kind of crazy. Paldea Evolve Booster Bundle was at $70. Now last sold $64, $64, $60, $62, and $60. Next, we have the Kanto Power Mini Tins. We got a reprint of these. People found a ton of these in the store. This was at $33. Now last sold $14, $20, $20, $15, $18. Then we got 10 of them at $16.50. These do have Sword and Shield packs in them. I don't remember which ones. And, you know, Gen 1 Pokemon on the tins, so can't go wrong there. Here's another one. This is the Mew and Psyduck. This is actually my favorite art of all those tins. This was at $41. Now last sold $17, $17, $24, $17. Next, we got the Unova Mini Tin displays. These were at $231. I love how dark these are. Now last sold $150, $150, $154, $150, $170. Next, we have the Black Bolt regular ETB. This was at $220 technically. Now last sold $86, $88, $89, $87, $84. Next, we have the Black Bolt Binder Collection. This was at $106, got down to $59, back up to $72. Now last sold $48, $48, $48, and $43. Next, we have the Black and White Poster Collection. There's only one version of these. There's not two different kinds. This was at $47. Now last sold $33, $32, $33, $32. Next, we have the White Flare regular ETB. The Pokemon Center ETBs went up a couple dollars, so I didn't add them. I'll add them on Market Monday. The regular ETB was at $199. Now last sold $85, $80, $90, $81, $75. So that is really good to see. Next, we have the Binder Collection for White Flare. Same thing, was at about $100. Now last sold $50, $47, $50, and $48. Next, we have the Eevee Illustration Rare. We finally have sales below $50. Now last sold $48, $48, $45, $49, and $50. Next, we have the Persian Illustration Rare from Shrouded Fable. Remember, this thing got up to $75. Now last sold 36, 32, 33, 39, 35. And the 1 year low was about $22. Next, we have the regular Ends Reshiram. This got up to about $23. Now last sold 17, 16, 19, 16, 14. Next, we have the Gold Star Greninja. This got up to $24. Now last sold 8, 20, 15, 14, 14. So yeah, so many people were not expecting this card to drop so fast. But yeah, even at the last card show, I sold a couple of these for like 15 bucks each. And everybody thought they were still like $25 cards or whatever. So I thought that was funny. Everybody's like, oh man, that's such a good deal. It's like, that's market price now. They just went down kind of quick. Next, we have the Moltres, Zapdos, and Articuno Tag Team Promo. This is from the Hidden Fates ETB. Was $125. Now that sold 80, 87, 87, 84, and 96. Next, we have the Lucario V-Star promo. This got up to $11. Now last sold 9, 9, 8, 7, 8. Next, we have the Espeon EX from Prismatic. So all the evolutions are still coming down in price. I just added Espeon because we're waiting for Espeon to get below $200. Now last sold 202, 200, 220, 221, 239. So that's a super good sign. We're very excited about that. Then we got Cynthia's Garchomp EX. This was at 223. And now this is below $200. Now last sold 210, 200, 198, 193, 190. Next, we have the Carmine from Twilight. I still think these cards are pretty overvalued. And I absolutely cannot stand this chick in the game. But this was at $79. Now last sold 76, 69, 69, 69, 69. So coming down in price a little bit finally. Next, we have the Eevee EX from Prismatic Evolutions. This is not the promo. This was at $200. Now last sold 119, 115, 111, 105. Next, we have the Hops Zacian EX Special Illustration Rare. This was at 60 bucks. Now last sold 40, 40, 38, 38. So going to be going into the 30s for sure. Next, we have the Rayquaza VMAX from Evolving. This was at 770 and it just keeps slowly falling. Now last sold 640, 600, 659. We got a 730, 645. I still don't know who's spending $600-700 on a card with absolutely no pictures on TCG Player. Like, it still makes no sense to me that anybody's even doing this. Honestly, I'd pay an extra $100 to get pictures to make sure it's super clean. And I can almost guarantee that 99.9% of these cards will never grade a 10 if they're on TCG Player with no pictures. This is at 582. Now last sold 494, 491, 485, and 475. Next, we have the Espeon VMAX from Fusion Strike. This was at $335. Now last sold 296, 333, 246, 257, 250. And then, why do we have a sale at $333 when we can get it shipped all day long from really good sellers for $275? That also drives me nuts. Next, we have the Rayquaza V from Evolving Skies. This is at $243. Now last sold 195, 192, 190, and 184. Next, we have the Galarian Moltres V Alt Art. This was at $200. Now last sold 159, 179, 160, and 183. Next, we have the Leafeon V Alt Art. The high for this card was $155. Now last sold 100, 103, and 96. But this should prove to you guys that sealed products is so much safer to invest in than these Pokemon cards. We're in the biggest Pokemon boom in Pokemon history, and some of the best cards we've ever gotten are dropping a lot. I mean, going from 150 to 100, that's a good amount of money. Next, we have the Zekrom EX from Black Bolt. So there's actually a ton of cards going up right now from Black Bolt and White Flare, so I'll add those all on Monday. But these are some of the big ones that are dropping. So the Zekrom SIR was at $330. Now last sold 225, 225, 217, 224 with a picture. Next, we have the Genesect from Black Bolt. One of my favorite cards in the set. This is at $83. Now last sold 72, 46, 75, 70. Next, we have the Kyurem. This was over $100 for sure. We had one sale at $130. Now last sold 62, 62, 62, and 65. Next, we have Ends Plan from Black Bolt. This is a $125 card. Now last sold 68, 68, 71, and 65. We have a model play down there at 50. And last on the list, we have Hydreigon. This is from White Flare, and this was at $205. Now last sold 94, 89, 95. The highest sale is 106. We do have a Japanese sale at $44, which is actually holding pretty decent value on the Japanese side. But alright, that was today's Pokemon Falling Friday. If you guys do like this content, please make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a like and comment. If you guys want to support more, you can check out my Instagram, my TikTok, or my YouTube membership. It's only 99 cents a month. But alright, I want you guys to have a great day, and if you guys want to watch my last Pokemon Throwback Thursday, where I compare some newer cards to some vintage cards, click this video here. Otherwise, We'll see you next time.